Hi, in this video I will talk about how to perform a squat. In the subsequent videos I will cover other aspects. There are a lot of things that need to be covered about squats which cannot be covered in one single video. In the subsequent videos I will cover how not to perform a squat, what are the most common mistakes and how to address them. But in this video, let's learn how to perform a squat. So the first part is placing the bar on your back, racking the bar on your back. Okay, so most bars will have a center knurl like this, or either this, or they will have a line which cuts the bar in half. That is the part which should be placed directly on the center of your back. As far as gripping the bar is concerned, it has two purposes. Okay, one is to form a rack on your back so that when you place the bar on your back, there's a proper rack on which it rests. So even without arms, if I lift it, you can move the bar. The kind of rack you get depends on the kind of grip you hold. Second part is gripping the bar. As far as gripping the bar is concerned, you just need to take care of two things. One is that the elbows are as close to your body as possible, and they are aligned with your torso, so that throughout your squat, the elbows are in line with your torso. You should not keep it perpendicular to the floor, nor should they flare backwards. Okay, try to keep them as close to your lats as possible. Best case scenario, it should be directly outside of your shoulder width, but if that is not possible, try to adjust the grip in such a way that your elbows are right next to your lats. They're pointing in the same direction as your torso throughout the movement, and you can grip the bar with very little discomfort. So that's all you need to know about placing the bar on your back. Next is unracking the bar. The best way to unrack the bar is to squat it off the rack. The most common mistakes that people make when unracking the bar is that if the bar is placed like this, they will lunge the bar off the rack, or they will good morning the bar off the rack. Both of these should not be done. If the bar is placed like this, you get under the bar, squat it off the rack, and then walk backwards. Okay, ideally that is how you should unrack the bar. Next part is the walkout part. From this point, just take one step backwards. With the second step, get your second foot in line with the first foot, and then with the third step you can make some adjustments. Okay, as far as your foot width is concerned, just like I mentioned in my deadlift video, get into a foot width which allows you to jump the highest. Whichever foot width allows you to jump the highest, that is the same foot width which allows you to generate the most amount of force even if you're squatting. As far as the toe angle is concerned, narrower the foot width, more forward oriented your toe angle will be, and more wider the foot width, more outward oriented the foot angle will be. This will be different for different people, and finding out what is ideal for you is not rocket science. Just do a trial and error with your body weight squats. The last part is the actual squat. The two most common mistakes that people make over here is that either people will start the squat with breaking at their hips first, or they will start with the knees first. Okay, this is how it happens, or this is how it happens. This is not how you should be doing. Both of these are mistakes. When you start a squat, break at the knees and your hips, both of them at the same time, simultaneously. So also, secondly, when you go down, while coming up, as the weights get heavier and heavier, some people have a tendency to cave in their knees while coming up. That should not happen. For you to avoid that from happening, make sure that while you come up, consciously make an effort to push your knees outwards in the same direction as your toes. In the most ideal case scenario, throughout both the parts of the movement, they should follow the same path as your toes. Because if all the joints are aligned and they are moving in the same direction along the same path, you are going to be able to generate the most amount of force. You are going to be able to lift the heaviest amount of weight. Regardless of which bar placement you go for, it can be either high bar squats or low bar squats. The load will always be directly above the middle of your feet, and as you go down, try to make somewhat of a conscious effort to keep the bar along the same path. Throughout the movement, the bar should follow the same straight path on top of the middle of your feet. Okay. As far as the depth is concerned, try to at the least try to cross parallel, or try to at least hit parallel before coming up. Okay. But if in the best case scenario you are able to go ass to grass, then go for it. Whenever you are capable of going for a longer range of motion, always do longer range of motion. Never compromise your range of motion just because a shorter range of motion will allow you to lift heavier weights, unless you are a power lifter, of course.